You know, I kinda don't feel like reorganizing my inventory today, because we're about to mess it up anyway. Welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 4. Last time, we found ourselves cornered and surrounded, and Leon decided he didn't feel like fighting it out this evening. Understandable, given what he's been through so far. So, we have decided to just trap ourselves in a castle. Hopefully that was not an ill-advised decision. Starting things out, we are going to be collecting a bunch of items here, so be thorough in your exploration. Yeah, I don't think there is a nest in that tree. I'm thinking of a similar looking area later on that does have a nest in the tree. Real quick, we are just going to shoot through these because snake hidden right there. Yeah, I remember this one. I remember this one. Hey, free chicken egg. I will take it. I will take it. Just quickly gathering some resources here because we do have a merchant to conduct business with to start things off. Siren in the background. I apologize. I apologize. Take a green herb there, and let's take a look at what the merchant is selling this time. So, first order of business is we are actually going to sell off our red 9.
Is that all, stranger?
Huh, that's weird. Didn't really have much of a reaction to that. Well, whatever. We'll also sell back the stock, of course, because we don't need a stock for a gun that we don't have. We'll sell off the spinels and velvet blues that we've collected since the last time seeing the merchant, but it is not too much. Now, the reason I'm selling off the red 9, well, first off, we've got a brand new case to buy. Beautiful thing to see. The treasure map has updated to the map for the castle. If you are playing the HD or any future re-release version of this game, this will cost 6,000 pesetas instead of 10,000. And we have the final normal handgun of the game, the Blacktail. This will be the one that I'm mainlining for the remainder of the game. The Blacktail is the speedy option of the handguns, having the best handling. Leon can swing and pivot around while aiming with it the fastest, has steady aim, and it has the highest firing rate at 0.27 seconds once it is fully upgraded. Very, very good stuff. I'm a big fan of this gun. It's a little bit weaker in the GameCube version, though the relative difference is a little bit more negligible compared to the HD versions. We'll be going over that in due time. A bunch of new weapons are actually available to us right now, such as the Broken Butterfly, a very powerful 45 Magnum revolver that I'm not going to buy right now, but it does have a unique reaction if you select it.
I see you have an eye for things. Gun's not just about shooting. It's about reloading. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like a silver casing slamming into a well-greased chamber. I forget how that Revolver Ocelot line goes. Regardless, the Broken Butterfly is the magnum of the game, or I should say, one of the magnums of the game, and it is quite powerful, but we can get a free one later, so it's not a wise idea to buy this, though there is some strategic merit to doing so, which we'll go over once we actually get the one that you just find.
A wise choice, mate. Its ammo will penetrate just about anything.
Don't actually plan to buy another Punisher. I just wanted to show off that when you go to purchase it, you do get some unique dialogue there. We're going to take this opportunity to get all the unique dialogue for guns thus far before I drain my bank account, such as one of these new weapons, the Mine Thrower.
Not only will you need cash, but you'll need guts to buy that weapon.
Not really sure what he's talking about there, but the Mine Thrower is a bit of an interesting weapon. It shoots exploding darts that will burst after or explode after about 3 seconds of time, or you can shoot them to detonate them immediately. They have about the power of a hand grenade, and you see that firepower stat there? That is not actually correlated directly to the firepower. That is instead its explosion radius. With enough upgrades, I think it actually hits further than a grenade. Its maximum explosion radius is 6.0. Let me see here. He also has unique dialogue for the rocket launcher.
Is that all?
Okay, maybe not. I'm going crazy here. There's something where he's like, stranger, now that's a weapon. Regardless, let's get the weapons I actually plan to buy, such as the rifle semi-auto. This does not require a bolt crank to fire, and it has a much better firing rate than the normal rifle because of that. Its stats are also better across the board. For pretty much the entire game. The only time the regular rifle overtakes it is when it gets its exclusive upgrade, and even that is pretty marginal in the NTSCU GameCube version. It's a bit more significant in the future releases of the game. Next thing we are going to buy is something that I was actually planning on passing over, but since I sold the basic shotgun, we are going to buy the riot gun, the quote-unquote Tier 2 or upgraded shotgun. I don't really think this is that wise of an investment. Oh man, I even made space for it. Hold on a second. I don't think this is a particularly sound or wise financial investment. I think if you've stuck with the basic shotgun thus far, you are better off sticking with that. I will get over why, probably in the Something Awful and LPBeach posts, but regardless, I don't think the riot gun is a worthwhile investment if you already have a normal shotgun, but we don't, so we are just going to purchase it anyway. Let's see, get an upgrade for the TMP. Whole bunch of new upgrades here. Plus, our new guns can also be upgraded quite a bit. Like I said, our finances are going to go in the toilet as soon as we get to this chapter. I'm not going to buy a capacity upgrade for the semi-auto rifle, because we can get a lot more out of it if we strategically place out our capacity upgrades for it. We are going to buy a firepower upgrade for the riot gun. Alright. And with that in tow, for the record, if you were bringing the normal shotgun up to this point, I believe the upgrade you'd buy for it here would actually make it stronger, or at the very least just as strong as the riot gun. Regardless, let's continue on. Actually, I don't want the riot gun equipped. What am I doing here? I want the semi-auto rifle equipped. Let's get that in tow. And let's move on. We had a bit of fun doing some shopping. It's been a while since we've had an opportunity to use a ton of our money, but now it's time to get into the actual level. Goodbye to the merchant for the time being. Don't worry, we will be seeing him again very shortly. It's nice when the game loads, they just give me an opportunity to catch my breath. Get a interesting little pan out. Now note that that platform there doesn't really seem to have much on it. And then suddenly there are two guys wandering around, so we are just going to quickly headshot this guy. Now, this guy right over here is pretty funny. I really love stupid version differences like this. You'll notice this guy is walking in a bit of an erratic pattern that mostly consists of semicircles. For whatever reason, his pathing is broken in the NTSCU GameCube version, causing him to just walk in these semicircles like this. He's supposed to be patrolling along this path like the other guy is, but it does not work in the NTSCU GameCube version. Goodness gracious. And his weird constant pivoting actually does make him kind of difficult to hit, as you can see. Goodness gracious. There we go. Oh, no! That didn't count as a headshot. There we go. Well, that was a ton of ammo wasted. Oh well, that happens. That was the main thing I wanted the rifle for. We're just going to use the blacktail. I knew I was going to struggle to hit that guy when I hit the record button. It's okay, it's okay. Hey, a nice gazebo they got here. Oh dear. That was a nice gazebo that they had, but I'm afraid it's not there anymore. Anyways, we've got catapults firing on us. Just wait for those to drop down, and then you can run forward, collect any items that those guys might have dropped, and they dropped a couple. Looks like this still works. There's gotta be a mechanism somewhere to pull this thing up. Indeed, indeed. I have a feeling we're going to need that cannon in a bit. Let's grab an incendiary grenade here. I will actually have some uses for incendiary grenades coming up, so look forward to that. Bunch of other good items or assorted items there, such as a velvet blue. Remember, velvet blues are the new vendor trash, and you'll be finding them in all sorts of fixed locations. I'm gonna tell Ashley to wait here, so I don't have to worry about her potentially getting in danger. And we are going to, each of these catapults, well, all but one of them has a exploding barrel right next to him. So if I can just find where I can hit the shot. There we go, there we go. Now let me see here. Want to be a little bit careful, just tiptoe forward. And you can see that one right there. There we go, that's that guy taken care of. Ashley is stuck in a perfectly safe corner for right now. Don't worry about her. Inside here, we've got a guy with a mask on. This means that he's immune to headshots, but it also means he'll never produce a plaga, so that actually works out pretty nicely for us. Let's grab some items here, get a yellow herb for our efforts, and in here, find another velvet blue and 2,500 pesetas. So the game is at least making an effort to try and make me rich again. Now, if I can just line up the shot here. Oh, there we go. Ah. There we go. Okay, the last catapult does not actually have a exploding barrel by it, so we will need to actually shoot the guy who's manning it. They can be one-hit killed with any gun, but it is wise to just go with the rifle, since obviously you'll have the easiest time seeing and hitting them. I'm going to wait for him to fire one more catapult shot at us. Oh, whoops! I didn't think those guys would spawn in yet. So, we actually get a chance to see Ashley getting grabbed here. Not really ideal. Whoa! Ah. Good work, Leon. Okay, hold on. Where are you? Okay. Now, saving Ashley is pretty simple. That's weird. These guys usually spawn at a different point, so I was a little caught off guard by that, actually. Let me see. Who was the last person I used a yellow herb on? I think it was Leon, so we'll use it on Ashley now. Oh, whoops. She's still technically in danger here. But yeah, when enemies grab Ashley, they will try to carry her out to the nearest exit door from the area. And if they get her out, that will be a game over. Like I was saying, it's weird that she got grabbed there. There's a very specific point where those guys spawn in, usually. I probably should have called Ashley up and left her in the little house. Alright, so what I was trying to do here is we want to wait for this guy to fire his catapult at us. I forgot to use the yellow herb on Ashley, but that is okay. We will get an opportunity. Just wait for him to... Is he gonna do it? You know what? I'm getting, yeah, so many weird things right now. Now, when those guys usually spawn for me is when I use this right here. Usually they'll just immediately pop in on the bridge, so that was a bit weird. I'm wondering if it's, if the game checks to see if you've left Ashley behind. I swear the last time I did that, though, she didn't get grabbed. Game making me look stupid in a committed effort. And, you know, honestly, I gotta respect it in its own way. Anyways, Ashley, here, boof this. It'll make you feel like $1,000,000. Gonna also just down this chicken egg real quick. We've got a convenient cannon here. So, I think it's time to just knock on the front door. Glorious, glorious. Well, I think they know we're here now. Alright, if they hadn't already. I'm not exactly sure what kind of communication system they're working with in this castle. They just have a system of tubes and little speakers that they just talk into. Do they actually have radios? There's a bit of schizotech going on in this Central European village. Anyways, the merchant is here, and very strangely, he actually does have a new thing for us to purchase. Another firepower upgrade for the riot gun. Not sure why this guy is the one that has it, but whatever, I'll take it. I could refill my rifle ammo at this point, but I'm not going to. It'd be kind of a waste. At least right now. What we are going to do now... Let's get a call on the radio. Hunnigan!
Leon, where's your current location?
We decided to lay low in a castle, but it looks like it was a bad move.
Meaning?
Well, it appears that this castle's also connected with the Los Illuminados. They must not get many visitors here, because they're giving me one hell of a welcome.
Sounds bad. I have an idea, Leon. I need you to...
What? Repeat, Hunnigan. Great. Just my luck.
Whenever Leon says the Los Illuminados, I'm always reminded of that one running gag from the first Saints Row with the Los Carnales. Regardless, let's grab some pesetas here. We are going to want to... Does this portrait prompt any reaction? It does not. But we are going to want to grab the sword here. Sadly, Leon does not trade out his knife to take up the sword, as cool as that would be. Real quick, I'm going to want to equip my flash grenades. And we are going to want to run upstairs. It is not a good idea to have Ashley wait here, so what we're going to do is we are going to immediately throw down a flash grenade right here. And we are going to run around to this side, because we'll find this guy waiting for us over here. We're mostly going to stick to the blacktail for our spam firing needs, as we want to be very conservative with our TMP ammo going forward. Those other guys should still be stunned, but now... Whoa! Hey, hey. Okay, that was close, that was close. As I was saying, those other guys should still be stunned, and we should be able to take advantage of that. They'll take the fastest route to us, going through that little doorway there. We can take advantage of our handy-dandy new riot gun. Going to actually take out the blacktail to pepper these guys with some shots here. And periodically, more enemies are going to start pouring in from the door below. This area is always a little bit tricky for me. So this is actually one of the better runs I've had of it. I'm actually going to have Ashley just stand right here. There we go. And, yeah, we'll stick to firing on them in the blacktail. You probably noticed that red-robed guy at the start. We are just going to make sure that we don't actually hit him. Oh, nice. Very good luck there. And we are going to just finish these guys off with some headshots here. Pretty satisfying, I gotta say. Like a Snickers bar. Okay, now we are going to take our rifle here, and this guy is just going to be standing idle, so we can easily line up a headshot on him. He'll only attack you once you attack him, or once you go down the stairs. He is guaranteed to have a Plaga spawn if you don't kill him with a suplex, so just keep that in mind. Not too threatening, though. The Plagas that the Zealots produce, you probably noticed that it was different. It is actually a bit of a downgrade from the Blade Plagas. What they'll do is they will reel up for a Munch attack if they get close. Said Munch is an insta-kill if it connects, but they can easily be stunned out of it with headshots, and unlike the Blade Plagas, they do not spasm wildly like a normal Ganado getting a headshot. And remember, the Zealots can only produce these things, so they're honestly a downgrade from the previous Plagas. Much easier to deal with most of the time. It can be a little scary to try and take them on if you get careless, but I generally never have too much trouble with these guys. I can't remember the last time I've actually been hit by the one-hit kill. Now that we've used up a good chunk of our rifle ammo, admittedly a bit needlessly, we can take that capacity upgrade. It is so sad to see our huge coffer of money just go right down the drain. But hey, better used than unused, right? Let us sell this gold bangle here. We'll actually be using the rifle quite a bit going forward, as it is our strongest option for a little while. Let's keep our Blacktail equipped. Again, it bears reiterating that we will not be able to use our TMP too much anymore, as we need to conserve its ammo for specific points where I want to use it. Anyway, you probably figured out what the puzzle solution is here. We found a platinum sword in the gold plate and a gold sword in the platinum plate. We just need to flip those suckers around, and then we can continue on. Alrighty. Nothing too complicated there. Not exactly blueprints, I gotta admit. Okay, anything else over here? I'm being fake as hell when I say that, by the way. I only know blueprints by word of mouth. I've never actually played it. Gotta take a moment to immediately dispel any credibility I have. Anyway.
Leon!
Louis.
I've got something for you guys. What? Oh, shit! I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop your convulsions. Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
Yeah.
And you?
Yes.
Damn it! The eggs have hatched. We don't have much time.
What are you talking about?
I have to go back and get it.
Let me come with you.
No, you stay here with Leon. He's better with the ladies, I'm sure.
Why are you...
It makes me feel better. Let's just leave it at that.
Not exactly sure why Ashley offers to go with Luis there, but whatever. Speaking of Ashley going along with Leon, we're actually going to stick her right here real quick. It is just needless danger to bring her into the next section here. Now this guy will actually go to warn his friends about us. We are just going to burst that barrel real quick to send him to the ground. And we are going to also use our riot gun here. Good idea to make sure your riot gun is actually loaded before getting into this fight. I have had it happen before where I went into this and the riot gun was unloaded. Like, crap. We've actually been making pretty good use of all the shotgun ammo that we have up to this point. Gotta say, it's kinda nice, it's kinda nice. It's also just nice to have a greater variety of weapons at our disposal. Okay, that guy is pop. We are just going to get this guy taken down real quick, and then we can focus on this guy. Let's give ourselves a little bit more breathing room. Again, these things are generally less dangerous than the Blade Plagas, because they actually have to actively attack you. They don't just have an ambient aura of danger by standing near them. But that does mean you should still take them seriously. But you're seeing what I'm saying right there. Ah, nice, some TMP ammo. Very good. That actually might give me an opportunity to use it every now and again. But you're seeing what I'm saying there, right? They don't go into the wild spasms when the Blade Plagas get hit, so we can actually just follow up with a clean shot. I'm going to take my rifle here real quick, and up top we are going to find a jerk with a crossbow. If you've been watching the Mercenaries videos, you know how annoying these guys are, so we're just going to immediately take him down with a rifle shot. If you are clean enough in approaching that previous room, you won't have to worry about him doing anything. Another new set of enemies here, shield enemies. As you can expect, shield enemies mitigate your gun's ability to actually hurt these guys. You'll actually blast through the shields. The nice thing about shotguns is that they just blow the shields wide open. You can also punch through them with rifles, or if you have the Punisher also punches right through shields, allowing you to hit the enemies right behind them relatively easily. Pretty cool stuff, pretty cool stuff. Actually gives some value to the Punisher, and it makes it kind of cool to use in these coming chapters, where we're going to be seeing a lot of shield enemies. That is not the universe we're living in right now, though. Quick, I want to burst this open. And I want to kind of take a specific angle to pick up this item here. Once we grab that castle gate key, immediately run over here and use that barrel to send these guys to the ground. There we go. Yeah, they tried to get you there, but if you noticed the barrel beforehand, you probably were expecting some kind of trick like that. Alright, pretty good. We can call in Ashley now. No more enemies in this area. She's gonna burst on through that door like the Kool-Aid, Ashley. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You do need Ashley to be following you once you go up to this door over here, which coincidentally is where we utilize our castle gate key. Alrighty, through we go. Man, you ever feel like you're being watched by an albino little person who has a really high-pitched, shrill voice? Like, yeah, like that, like that.
I was starting to wonder when you might notice us.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar, the 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture. I have been honored with the prodigious power from the great Lord Sadler. I've been expecting you, my brethrens.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a feisty one. If you care for your own well-being, I suggest you surrender yourself and simply become our hostage. Or Mr. Scott, you can give us the girl because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid. You can die.
I'm never turning into one of them. Never.
Got that right. We'll find a cure.
A new act to the game gives us a new antagonist, Ramon Salazar. He is much more outspoken than Mendez is, and that is absolutely a net positive. That's also one of the only times I can think of in the series where Leon's middle name, Scott, is directly referenced within the games itself. It's pretty well known that his full name is Leon Scott Kennedy, but I don't know why Salazar decided to call him Mr. Scott there, but hey, as you can probably guess just by looking at him, he's a bit of an eccentric individual. Regardless, as soon as we step forward, we'll find that the path is blocked. And if we take a little closer look at this mural, beautiful decoration, but something's missing. I imagine we'll have to collect a variety of items to slot into it. Probably 3, because that is just a nice, clean, and aesthetically pleasing number. Something that is easy to miss right here, though you will later get something that signposts it for you, is a gem up top. Grab this gem right here, and you will get a green gem for an elegant mask we don't actually have yet. For whatever reason, in future versions of this game, that gem is actually different. It will be a purple gem instead. In the area where you'd originally get the purple gem, you get the green gem. Not really sure what's going on with that, but hey, that is one of the changes that they made. Just something that is probably not going to come up later, so figured I'd reference it now. Once again, we are just going to have Ashley wait over here. We've been making quite frequent use of that ability to make Ashley wait. It is pretty handy to do here. Let's burst open these boxes, get a green herb. I already used, or yellow herb. I already used up the green herb or combined it off, so I can't increase Leon's HP. And got a note. Capture Luis Serra. I have confirmation that Serra has entered the castle. Why he would return during escape leaves me to question his motives, but we must seize this moment and capture him. We will get the other 2 Americans after we apprehend Serra. It appears he took some vaccines when he stole our sample. The vaccines we can do with that, but we must retrieve the sample, for it is our lifeblood. I feel there is somebody else or some other group involved in this whole affair. If the sample were to get into the hands of that other entity, the world which we seek to create will not come. We must apprehend Serra as quickly as possible. Luis seems to have a deeper connection with these guys than Leon is aware of, though of course we saw in separate ways in the previous video that, yes, Luis definitely is more than he lets on. Not even sure if his cop story is true at all. Like, if that is actually something he did, or if that is just a complete cover. Regardless, before we move on to the prison, which is that's the only thing we can do in that direction. We needed that prison key to get into that little area over there. One thing to note about these portraits of Sadler going forward is that you can slide them off the wall and find 5,000 pesetas, a good chunk of treasure throughout the game that's easily missed if you don't think to be thorough in examining everything, so definitely keep that in mind. Okay, let's grab all this real quick. Ooh, another incendiary. Speaking of, I actually am going to want to equip that right away. Alright. It's locked, and our prison gate key will come in clutch here. Just get that door opened up. And there is at least one item that we want to grab in here. Yes, a green herb. Convenient, because I was just looking to boost up Leon's health, so why don't we do so right now? Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, moving on over here. Hello. We've got a new mini-boss type enemy here. Again, if you've been watching the Mercenaries videos, you know what this guy is. This is a Gatador. Not the only one we're gonna see, but he can be pretty intimidating when you first encounter him. What we're gonna do is step forward, and we are going to immediately throw down an incendiary grenade. This will stun him and cause him to turn his back to us. The Gatadors have a weak point on their back that we can punch with the rifle to do big damage. If you're lucky with how he fidgets there, you can actually get a whole bunch of extra shots on him. Now, you've probably noticed the bells dotted around the prison area there. We can shoot those to get him to attack them and immediately get his claw stuck in the wall. That claw strike, or claw lunge, can cause some serious damage to Leon if it connects. Alright, what we'll do here... Oh! That's a bit interesting. He got a little bit confused there. It's understandable, it's understandable. There we go. That was actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting that to go so easily. We will take his 15,000 pesetas, and there's no reason to have Ashley waiting for us anymore, so we're gonna call her down. Oh, I almost did it! I almost did it! This is a really, really bad problem I have. We were supposed... The whole reason we went in there was to throw this lever, because that gets those flame-breathing horses to stop. And I do that so often, where I kill the Gatador, that I completely forget why I even came down here. I'm just like, ooh, 15,000 pesetas. Well, I'm gonna be on my way. Hey, wait a second. I almost did that. I mean, I practically was doing it. Anyway, we've got these guys coming in, and we've got a convenient little trap we can set here. Now, granted, it works a bit better if more than one of them actually goes into it. Oh, well, as you can see, lighting normal enemies on fire at this point isn't really that useful, because, once again, I'm just gonna have Ashley wait for just a second. Isn't that useful, because it seldom kills them. Ah, damn it. If you're quick, you can blast that dynamite out of the air. Anyways... Whoa, hey! Okay, that guy's out of dynamite, unfortunately, so... Well, I think he's out. Anyway, this guy is going for a little bit of... trying to do this as a cover shooter. It's not working out too well for him, I gotta say. We'll just call in Ashley now. Let's see here. And we will quickly shoot this guy down. The other guy was the one who warned his compatriots. There we go. I knew eventually the dynamite would blow and take him out for me, so why put in any extra effort on my part? Okay, here we go. This has been a pretty long and varied chapter thus far. Time for one of the more infamously difficult sections of the game. Luckily, we have one last flash grenade we can utilize here, and it is going to come in clutch to make this starting section a little bit easier. This is the infamous water room. Alright, immediately we want to throw that flash grenade down to stun these guys. We also want to start moving quickly, as on professional mode, you'll always see some guys with crossbows up on that balcony there. With that taken care of, we can get down with relative safety. We are going to want to round this corner with our riot gun equip. If it was unloaded before, you definitely want to make sure it's loaded before going into this room. Ah! A little slow on the draw there, but I got a little bit of a bailout with Leon getting the critical head kick there. We are going to take this hand grenade here, grab these pesetas, and quickly make our way into this room. Note the hole in the ceiling here. That's going to come up as a factor later. Also, whoop, Ashley, there we go. You want to be very particular about your positioning in regards to Ashley here. You do not want her to be in front of you, because when she starts ducking, that actually makes things a little obnoxious to deal with. Alright, let's ooh, nice, critical hit. What we're going to do here is we are actually going to take one of our hand grenades to deal with these shield guys real quick. This will immediately get the shield broken there and send all these guys to the ground. Enemies are strong enough that they actually can survive grenades now every once in a while, so be mindful of that. We want to put Ashley on this button right here, and quickly step onto this one right here as well. And make sure to call Ashley back. You might think it's a good idea to use Ashley as bait for the enemies here, but that can often lead to complications. Particularly, it can result in Ashley in your line of fire too often, so I just wouldn't really recommend it. Alright, we are just going to go for critical headshots on this guy, if we can get them. Not quite. I was hoping for, Okay, we are going to need to use the riot gun here. Too many shield guys inbound. Bullies at 6 o'clock. Oh, yeah, you get on the ground, my good sir. And we will just... Oh my goodness, this guy is resilient. And we don't have any more flash grenades to deal with this guy quickly, so that is no longer an option. There we go. Luckily, we got a bunch of shotgun shells in this room, so we are going to be pretty rich in supplies for dealing with these enemies. Let's see here. Just want to think carefully about how I want to approach this. Things can definitely get pretty perilous. Be careful when coming up on the door. If you kick it open, that can leave you pretty vulnerable, actually. Alright. Let these guys both enter the room. There we go. Just want to take it a little bit slowly but surely here. It is not a good idea to rush in this room. There we go. Alright. Now, once you kill enough guys, those doors up there will open up and send more guys coming your way. Fortunately, they don't all aggro on your position like bats out of hell. So we can get a little bit of time to get into position here. What we want to be careful of is that we actually want to start using our rifle a little bit here. So we just want to make sure... Oh, that little chuckle there. Oh, God. That little chuckle lets you know that an enemy is behind you. It's much more subtle than the warning that the Ganados call out for you. But unfortunate that I lost track of this guy. This is why this room is pretty infamous. You are being attacked on from all angles here, so it is very easy to find yourself being overwhelmed. Remember that you can punch through the shields with the rifle, but it is not easy to pull off in close quarters and leaves you pretty vulnerable a lot of the time. Our big goal right now is to get those damned crossbow guys dealt with, so I don't have to worry about them constantly shooting me. Nice, good luck there. Okay, as you can see, that guy can actually see me, so he was just whizzing shots over my head. Let's see here. There we go, beautiful, beautiful. Now let me see. I just need to, okay. I'm just going to, no. Take this guy out with body shots. Oh, shit! This is where we use the riot gun for. Okay. There we go. The other crossbow guy is, of course, overhead, so we don't have to worry too much about him. Let's use the blacktail here to quickly dispatch this guy. Should be pretty low on health after all these shots that we got him with. And actually, I probably will just use the blacktail to finish off the other guy. I don't really need the... well, at least I got that. The angle is a little unfavorable here, I will admit. And, I actually don't want headshots there. There we go, there we go. Okay, okay. So, now that we've gotten that all taken care of, we actually get a little bit of breathing room here. Finally, we can break open all of these, vases that are scattered about the area, get some items here, such as a velvet blue, some handgun ammo, which we've been burning through a lot of it. That is one thing that is unfortunate about the blacktail. It chews through your ammo like crazy. We will take this opportunity to just get this guy taken out via headshots. Well, that's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I'm actually just gonna try and send that guy to the ground. That's fine enough. Come on. There we go. Dang it! So you're probably noticing that a bunch of guys are coming from the, below the stairs. They are actually dropping from that hole in the ceiling. If you try to get wise and, have Ashley wait in that room because you think it might be safe, no, you will just be leaving her in a place where dudes will be dropping on her head. Alright, this isn't too bad so far. Yeah, ooh, nice TMP ammo. Again, like I said, that might actually give me an opportunity to use it. By the way, keep in mind that we have an excess of hand grenades here. There we go. By the way, one thing that is appreciable with the riot gun is that it has better handling than any other shotgun. Leon can turn and pivot in place much faster with it, which is situationally pretty useful, I will say. What we're going to do here is we're actually... hold on. Get out of here. We can have Ashley crank this for us. What the hell is this for? That's only one way to find out. Who will operate it? We're going to have Ashley do it, because that allows me to get into position to do something here. This guy, we are just going to send him to the ground with the riot gun. The riot gun also has slightly better distance shooting than other shotguns, though obviously it does not compare to a fully upgraded basic shotgun. But what I want to equip here is I want to equip another grenade. We are going to want to chuck this down as soon as Ashley finishes cranking here. Come on. Hurry up, Ashley. Got another shield guy inbound. Ah, boy. Yeah, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, deal with this guy. And that's the worst possible situation we could be in. Okay. What I was supposed to do was throw a grenade to send all these guys to hell, but this is fine, this is fine. This works out too. One thing to note is that these guys have scythes that they can throw at you. Pretty dangerous if they actually manage to get the throw off. Funnily enough, though, if they do toss the scythe, they can't actually produce another one. They become weaponless. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but makes them a fair deal less threatening than normal weapon-wielding ganados once they've actually tossed the scythe. And I actually have enough TMP ammo that I can just use it judiciously now. Heck yeah. Take that guy out pretty quickly. Wonderful. Keeping it simple for me. I'm actually having very, very good luck with TMP ammo this Let's Play. All the practice playthroughs I did where I used the TMP in the GameCube version did not get diddly squat for it. Okay. Now, inside here is a vase with a guaranteed first aid spray, which, depending on how you've been doing thus far, you may be in desperate need of it. We're also in slightly desperate need of shotgun ammo, but not too bad. It is actually rather unfortunate that we were not able to get any capacity upgrades for the riot gun. We could definitely stand to store a few more shells in this thing, which is another reason why the normal shotgun is a lot more useful at this stage. But hey, well, at least it lets me show off a variety of weapons. Heading into this central area here.
Look, there's a crank over there.
Got some more cranks, but is it a square crank or a hex crank? Square hank. Well, regardless, got some more shotgun ammo here, and more importantly, some rifle ammo in here. We are going to want to have the rifle equipped real quick, and we are going to want to load it. We will actually be able to purchase another capacity upgrade for it soon, but we need to use it pretty desperately here, so we are going to piggyback Ashley up, and we are going to have her do a little bit more cranking. And now we've got one last annoying sequence to get through.
Watch out for me.
I will do my best, Ashley. Do you ever think about my health? Now, Ashley is going to be cranking, and a bunch of guys are going to be bearing down on her position, so we want to shoot them all down as they go to approach. There we go. But note that Leon is not going to, or there are guys that are not going to let Leon just do that uncontested. We will be getting surrounded by guys as we try to do some sniper action. So we will just want to quickly deal with these guys. Fortunately, the riot gun has enough firepower to deal with these guys pretty easily. Got another shield guy coming up. Somebody is coming towards Ashley. Let me see here. What we're going to do is send this shield guy back a little bit. Oh, nice. Okay, that's actually very convenient. So she's raised a platform there. She's now going to instantly move on to the next one. So that previous guy who was coming at her is not too much of a threat anymore. We will want to eventually get him, because he will catch up with her in time. Okay. Let's see here. Just blast through these guys with some rifle shots real quick. And we will use the riot gun to finish them off. Okay. Okay, there's some more guys coming in for Ashley. What we want to do is just send that one guy who's sprinting. There we go. Just send him to the ground, and that should slow him enough to let Ashley finish cranking there. Crank that, soldier girl. Okay. I apologize, I apologize. I felt obligated to, okay? You buy that? Better keep our shotgun loaded. Yeah, fortunately, once we knock that guy down, he starts moving a lot more slowly. I think Ashley might be able to get this before, ah, goodness. So many of these guys! Ashley, hurry up. Okay, okay, she just got it. Unfortunately, she also interrupted me there. Ah! Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we are just going to fire wildly in Ashley's direction there. Yeah, I hear you, pal. I'm coming, Ashley. That's okay, that's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh god, that's a new one. Yeah, get out of my way. Man, this suddenly got really messy right at the end. Okay, that should work, that should work. Let's use up that first aid spray here. Sorry, this is actually pretty interesting. It went very cleanly for most of it, but the way the enemies have spawned in have actually caused a little bit of problems. Let's get this guy out of here. And finally catch Ashley. Okay, I also wasn't expecting a guy from up top to drop down like that. Like, I know they'll start doing that once you get Ashley down from there, but I thought they'd just focus on her exclusively. Okay, we've made it through. Goodness gracious. Not gonna actually load up my riot gun here, because we should be able to get a capacity upgrade for it in the next chapter. Okay, there we go. We made it, we made it. Not unscathed, but we did make it through the water room deathless, at least. Pretty good, pretty good. This is a famously difficult section, so a couple of weird things happen there, but this room can just have so many things go wrong. Oof. We did it. You wanna give me a high five, Ashley? No? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that was actually kind of a waste, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. I do, like I said, I'm going to commit to the Blacktail, so I'm going to be buying all its upgrades eventually. I could have gotten some extra ammo there if I hold it off on loading it. Over here, we will have another merchant, and this merchant actually has increased his wares again, so we will be able to buy more weapon upgrades if we so desire. In particular, I can buy a capacity upgrade for the riot gun and the rifle, if I'm remembering correctly. I do have notes of when all the upgrades become available. He's also next to this door right here. But this video's been going on long enough, so we're going to investigate that next time. This is actually the final room of the chapter, so once we trigger the cutscene, the chapter will end. Get a spinel over here, and inside this, pop this sucker open, and get a grenade. If you happen to be out of grenades, be sure to hang on to that one. There is a very, very specific thing you can do with it later to get loads of money. Alright, that looks like everything on the side of the room, but there is one easily missable treasure here. The eye of this lady. Just shoot that real quick, and get a spinel. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. To end the chapter, just gotta run right past that typewriter.
You alright?
I'm fine! Leave me alone!
Ashley, wait! Ashley!
What's going on?
Don't worry, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
And thus, Ashley got caught in one of the goofiest traps imaginable. Okay. That is the end of Chapter 3-1. And yes, Ashley has been removed from our party. You know, as much as we have a party in this game, so we don't have to protect her anymore. This is why escorting Ashley is typically not that big a deal, because you actually do it for a pretty small portion of the game. This is not the this is not the last time she will be removed from our care. So, I guess look forward to that. You know, you don't have to babysit Ashley all the time. Now, let's just save up real quick, and we will call it a video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.